Who is on the live already? Hey,
Hey, Kiana.
hey, Kiona.
How you doing tonight, girl?
Drop it
Girl.
in the chat.
Hey. Let's give people like another minute to get in. Do you
Alrighty,
want
girl. I'm
to start
so
off with I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
ready.
girl. Go ahead.
Fine. I was just about to say I'm so ready to get into my mental health day after this chat. Okay,
Girl, I'm telling
so
you.
while everybody's hopping in the chat, let's get into the topic.
Okay, so let's get into this topic. I have just three bullet points, but they
Okay.
are like very broad. But
Yeah.
I'll let you go ahead and start and we can go into it because I'm pretty sure we're probably thinking the same
Yeah.
thing.
Basically. Okay. So, y'all. Tonight, we're going to be talking a little bit about Blackness and mental health stigmas. Hey, Quandra. but yeah, I like initially when Nye and I went into, or when we had talks about how we wanted the show to look, it was just like we just wrote down whatever we felt in that moment. And I always felt like, especially with us now, both like in therapy and things like that, like it's so important to shine a light on how one important like mental health is, and how we take care of our bodies and our minds, but just in general, what is so bad about seeing a therapist now, like that? Let's start there.
Let's start there because that was my bullet point.
Yeah,
So let's start there.
like what is so bad about seeing a therapist? Like I'll never understand it. Like I'll talk to my parents and like I'll even, I'm like, yeah, I have my session coming up with my therapist, and they're like, what's wrong with you?
Right. What's
That's
not wrong with me is the question.
what just
What's
happened
not
right
wrong with me?
there is the issue. Okay.
But
Mm-mm.
it's nothing too like my parents. So my mom, she's all for therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's always been for therapy,
Yeah.
but I can't really recall. But my dad, he's like, we don't do that. Like we don't do that. I'm
Oh,
like, but why not? I'm
we
like, Dad, I was just a little depressed. What? We don't do that. And I'm like, Dad, relax, relax,
please. Please, but
relax,
men,
because we
it's
do
like that's
that
like a whole
sometimes.
other level to that because they're like they just can't be that way. But
Yeah.
I don't
And I think too, parents
know.
kind of think us saying we're going to therapy is like a dig at their parenting.
Yeah,
It's not, at least for me, it's
it's
not. My
really
parents did a great
not
job raising me.
exactly.
Like, it has nothing to do with them. I don't have, thank God, I don't have any childhood traumas. And if I do,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with them. And it's
yeah,
nothing they intentionally did
exactly,
also. So, like, me going to therapy is just so I can be a better person so that when I do have children, I can be
exactly.
the best me for them, you know? Like,
Exactly. Okay.
yeah.
And that's what we're talking about here. It's like we're going into therapy because we see the potential in ourselves. Like people around us see the potential in us,
Mhm.
and we're just trying to amplify it. Like we're just trying to find the best tools to amplify that. So it's like whether we're talking about our relationships with our partners, whether we're talking about our friendships, whether we're talking just about our life, like we're looking to, put tools in place to better ourselves. And it's crazy how therapy is looked at as being crazy when in reality you're just trying to learn more about yourself,
Exactly.
how
So
you
Quanta just said in
operate.
the chat, she says some people think talking to a therapist means you're crazy.
Yeah,
Others just don't feel comfortable telling people their business. But therapy is definitely needed, I think, for everyone.
everyone.
Exactly. That's what Kenny was kind of
Everyone.
just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah. Exactly.
exactly.
Because when I started therapy, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was like, nothing's wrong with me. I don't need therapy. But then
No.
I went through a traumatic situation in life, and I'm like, maybe I need to talk to somebody to kind of go through this. Because I talk to my friends, I talk to my parents,
Yeah.
but I also want somebody who doesn't know me and who's a professional to
Yes.
give me some professional advice on how to handle this. And ever
Yeah.
since then, girl, I was a therapy fanatic. I'm like, everybody needs
Yeah.
therapy because you never
Everybody.
know.
And I mean everybody. Like everyone needs it because it's really just helpful tools. It's really, and that's all it really is. Now, like I just even want to start back with my whole journey into therapy, right? Like I found out we could get free services on campus. That was like the
Yeah.
first place I found out, right? Because every time you think of therapy, like we unconsciously associated with like whiteness and like, oh, you therapy is like heck like hella expensive. You can't
Hmm.
afford it. It's something that only like the richest of rich are able have the luxury to do.
Hmm.
Which in most cases is like the case. Like they
Yeah.
have, they've been in therapy their whole entire lives. Like we just had to hop on this train where we had the opportunity to do so.
Hmm.
But we ended up having like free services at the like at our university. I signed up for a session, and I left the session like, this ain't really doing nothing, like thought I was so self-aware because I just kept talking. And like I never went back to really like hear her points. And it really made me think about that later on when I wanted to get back into therapy, was that like I'm really not that self-aware. Like I know a lot of things, I could say a lot of things, but like I can't, like the connectivity of it all. Like that's where I feel like therapy comes into play. Like we go
Hmm.
about our lives not really thinking outside of ourselves, and we need that kind of point of view like reflected back at us. And so when I got to that point where I was like, I don't really think I know. I don't think I really know everything there is to know about what's going on. That's
Hmm.
when I was like, yeah, let me go try therapy again. But for real, like I was playing. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I did therapy. I did it just to do it. Like I had to go back. You really hit a point in therapy, or like wanting to get therapy is like when you know for certain like you need to get therapy. And I feel like that's where a lot of people need to get to, in order to realize how important it is.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then too, I think because I also went through the university. That's how I first started my therapy journey. And we actually talked about this last Sunday when we were at the spa.
Mm-hmm.
But it was great for me because, like I said, I went through that traumatic experience and I went into therapy like, okay, I'm all ears, girl. Tell me
Yeah.
what I need to know, you
Yeah.
know? And then after I got through that, I'm like, okay, let's focus on other factors of my life. So, girl, I talk harsh to people. I don't mean nothing by it. I say what comes to mind. I have to
Yeah.
think, especially when talking to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have to think, am I hurting their feelings? Like, I know I didn't mean nothing by
Yeah.
it, but if I was them, I would have been like, girl, who the fuck is you talking to? So, like, that was another topic, even still to this day, because I'm still working on it. I'm work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
It's a topic in therapy where I'm like, I need to learn how to talk to people. So it's
Yeah.
not just going through traumatic things and you need therapy.
Yeah.
It's just navigating life in general. Like, you're
Yeah.
not a perfect person. Nobody's ever going to
Yeah.
be. You're not going to be
No.
perfect at the therapy either,
Yeah.
but you can be better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
working on you in all aspects, minute and, major.
Exactly. And so also like I want to talk more about like even outside of therapy, like mental health. Like it's so broad, it's so much to it.
Yeah.
And it's even more outside of you getting into therapy. Like there's other things you need to do to feel connected, whether that be like journaling, whether that be like having a intimate moment with your closest friends, or like just experiencing connectedness, going out into the world and doing the things that you said you would never do. Like that is all a contributing factor to your mental health you
Right.
know
Yeah.
and we get like really stuck in like clocking into a job every day.
And let's talk about
Clock- like right,
it.
clocking into a job every day, not sleeping enough,
Mhm.
stressing about money. What do you think that's doing to our mental health, y'all? You think?
Exactly. And I think my current job, I haven't asked about it, but we have great like PTO, six time. Like my job is great with flexibility and giving you time off.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pause that. Maya said in the chat, mine has been connected with God more. Yes,
Yes.
girl. Yes, we're gonna circle back to
Yes.
that. That's a good point.
Yes.
But like my
Spirituality.
okay.
Listen. Okay.
But yeah, my job, they're good with giving us time off when we ask for it. But specifically when I worked for Georgia Southern, they had like you can put in for a mental health day.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
And it's probably because it's a university based, job or whatever, and they focus on things like that. But more jobs should do that
Yeah.
because if I wake up and say I don't feel it, I don't feel it. And I
I
shouldn't
don't
have to
feel it.
explain that to you.
Yeah. Yeah, my job, like we're not some huge conglomerate, whatever, but like,
Mhm.
with my job, like my boss is like, if you're below a 60, like, don't come in. Like, she's like, call
Yeah.
me. I understand. We will figure it out. Like, the day will move on. She'll even be like, nobody should be working more, like, nobody should be working 40 hours a week. Like, this is what she will tell me, even though
Mhm.
she's clearly doing 100,000 hours
Right.
as as owner or whatever. But it's like, in a sense, she's like, she wants her employees to understand, or she wants the people around her and the people she's connected to understand that this job is not your entire life. Like, there's,
Exactly.
you are so much more than what you do. um I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I just got distracted by all the comments. Yes,
Yeah.
y'all, getting connecting back with God, getting back in the church. Yeah.
Exactly. You have to pray about. So that
Yeah,
y'all be reading my mind.
that's
It's a
good.
bullet point on here. It's called "Pray It Away." That's what I wrote it
Yeah,
down. Like praying things away is so good, and like
yeah,
I know, like our grandmothers and grandparents and elders in our family, they're like, "Oh, just pray it away," and yeah, that's good.
yeah,
You should do that, but also do other things
yeah,
because you could pray for healing, but if you don't have no work going with your faith, like it's
yeah.
dead.
It really is.
You have to put the work in. So you can pray
Yeah.
about it all day long, but if
Mhm.
you ain't putting that work in, baby, nothing's gonna
Nothing's
happen. So
gonna happen.
yes,
Affirmations only move when we move.
exactly. So the elders have a
Yeah.
point, but also that's not the only way to get things done. So I
Yeah.
believe in the Lord. I believe in my spirit
Hmm.
team, and I pray every
And
day. I pray multiple times
yeah.
a day, but I
Yeah.
put in the work with my prayer too to get
Yeah.
things done, especially when it comes to my mental health. Yep,
Exactly.
faith. That's what I was thinking.
Uh
Thank you, Quandra. Faith
huh.
without work is
Is
dead. Yes.
dead.
DED. Dead.
Girl. And you know what? You really inspired me with that tonight, because honestly, I had really forgotten about prayer. Like, I've
Really?
I've been doing the journaling, I've been doing my stretching, my meditation, my yoga, you know, my affirmation, like all the things, but like prayer was not a part of that. It wasn't a regular thing. I
Uh-huh.
feel like I had like little prayers in the morning. Like, I would take a moment in the morning before I picked up my phone to like really think and reflect, like, what's on my mind right now. But
Mhm.
like, to say something out loud, like, and I'm big on that. I'm big on, like, say what you gotta say.
Mhm.
Say what you gotta say, even though I don't be doing that all the time, y'all. Don't listen, but still, you know what I mean. Like, speaking things out into the world is so important, and
Mhm.
so saying that prayer, sending it off to your loved ones, or whoever the case may be, those who are watching over you, like,
Mhm. Yeah.
that was something like I just forgot to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just listen to voice notes. You'd be like, oh yeah, girl, I prayed that if I need to see a sign, I'm like, maybe I need to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe send me a
Girl,
sign, Lord.
I'm telling you, I pray multiple times before I go see that man. I'm like, Lord, if I ain't supposed to go, let me know now.
I
If
ain't
I walk out
gonna
the house, give me a sign, Lord.
let my battery die,
Let
Lord.
my
Don't
battery die. Let the car not crank, Jesus.
give me something, Lord. Give me something.
Give me something because I'm
Hmm.
lost. But yes, girl, I pray all the time. And I didn't grow up in
Yeah.
the church, but I went to church and I got to a point where I was going to church on my own. Like nobody else in my family was going to church. I was still going to church. And then eventually I went through my own spiritual path to where I choose not to go to church anymore, but I still have strong faith and I believe in
Right.
the Lord. And it's like after I stopped going to church, I prayed more. Like I
Mm-hmm.
prayed more than when I was going to
Yeah.
church. I pray before I go to bed.
Yeah.
I pray when I wake up. In the middle of the day, like I could be driving, I just be like, thank you,
Yeah.
Lord. And I turn the radio off and I'm
Yeah.
talking. I know people probably see me in the car. They think I'm on the phone. I ain't talking to nobody but myself and the Lord. Ain't nobody on the other line but
Okay.
Jesus.
Nothing but my God.
Okay. Like
Okay.
I gets it done because
Yeah.
you have to give thanks because I mean if you're into spirituality, the people before you that you've connected with and that
Yeah.
you didn't get a chance to meet in the physical realm, like they're there on the other side working for you. So you
Yeah.
have to talk to them, you have to give them thanks, you have to consult with them like what do I do, how do I get through this
Yeah.
situation? And some people they think that's crazy to talk out loud, but it's not crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, because I can feel it in my spirit. I don't hear no
Yeah.
response now. Let's get that clear.
Yeah.
I don't hear no response, but I feel the response. And it's like, I'm like,
Yes.
okay, this is what I
Yeah.
should do. You know,
Yeah.
it helps you work it out, especially with mental health. Like, whenever I'm
Right.
having a bad day, I'm like, Lord, I just need a moment and I need your help.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do? Because I am going crazy.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
have to. You have to pray. You have
You
to.
have to. Exactly. Yeah. And I like I'll say little stuff out loud, but I'm like to say like something just something that I really really need. Like
Hmm.
something that I really that's drawn out that I really need other than me like doing my voice notes for like my journal and things like that.
Hmm.
Like I never really got that out. Yeah.
Girl,
So
it's good. I live with my mom currently, for those that don't know. And I be praying at night and I talk out loud. I don't know if she hears me or not. She's probably like, who is this girl talking to? She might think I'm on the phone. Because
yeah.
when I tell you my prayers are like
Yeah.
conversations,
Yeah.
they are like conversations. I talk it all out from beginning to end. Like, I don't stop praying until I have a solution.
Yeah.
I need to know what's going on.
Right, exactly. My therapist does that too. Like when she's asking me questions, she's like, "You know the answer.
Mhm.
Like just keep going. Eventually, you will get to the answer that you need for you."
Mhm.
And that's how we
That reminds me
work
of the
out.
oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
No, no, no. I was just gonna say, and that's how we run all of our therapy sessions. Like, it's with my therapist. Y'all. Oh, I do want to talk a little bit about like how we both got connected to like our therapist and everything.
Okay, yeah, we can go
But
into that.
I forgot what I was gonna say before. I lost my train of thought.
Oh, I was gonna say though, that reminds me of the High Priestess card, because you know I do tarot,
Yeah.
and the High Priestess card, it says the answers you seek lies within.
Yeah.
Like, and that's for everybody. All you
Yeah.
gotta do is just tune into yourself. When you're in tune with
Yeah.
yourself, your higher power, whoever it is that you believe in,
Yeah.
like, little do you know, you already know the
You
answers.
already know
You
it.
do.
It's
And if you don't know the answer, one of your friends know the answer. Like,
mm-hmm.
somebody close to you got the
Yeah.
answer. The answer is closer than you
Yeah.
think. Exactly.
And that's why it's so like mental health and being and like connectedness is so important because we cannot grow on our own, you know.
Mm-mm.
We cannot like you can have a business, whatever. You cannot grow unless you outsource, right?
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
like your friends are there for you, your mentors are there for you. If you're not, aware of how to get a hold of those things, like reach out to anybody. Like somebody knows somebody.
Hmm.
Somebody knows
And I'm the
somebody.
main person. I need to work on that because I'm always like, I don't need nobody.
Yeah.
I'm a strong black woman. I need
Yeah.
everybody. I need all y'all.
I need all y'all. I need all y'all help actually. Everybody, all four, all whoever's on this live. Thank y'all so
Yes.
much. Cause we need y'all, okay?
Literally, like we would just be talking to ourselves on FaceTime
Yeah.
and these people aren't here. Like, you literally need everybody in this world some way, somehow. You just might
Some way,
not know it
somehow.
right now. But
Yeah.
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 And that's big with mental health. I know we're gonna talk about our therapist,
Yeah.
but that's big with mental health. Like, a lot of our issues mentally is because we're trying to do everything on our own.
Yeah.
Right?
We put so much weight on ourselves, like to take care of everything. Like be taken care of,
Exactly.
get
Girl, I
poured
thought about this the other
into.
night. When you, I don't want to talk too much about the process, but when you were the president of our chapter and
Mm,
you were like so
mm,
stressed out, and the
mm,
advisor had to tell you, get Naila to cover this line while you cover the
mm.
other stuff, because technically it was your job, to cover the line. I'm like, girl, I ain't got no problem doing it.
Yeah.
Like, but that's a part of sisterhood. That's a part of
Right.
friendship, having people to take that load off of you.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it on your own. And girl, you were stressed out, and it was just as
Girl.
simple as ask her to do it.
Simply, it's simply
Yeah.
that, and I have a huge. I'm still working on this, y'all. These are things that I'm working on with my therapist currently. It's like being being able to like have the freedom to not delegate, but like just be able to reach a helping hand out. Like I've always been to myself, so it's hard to reach out a hand and be like, hey, I need you for this.
Mhm.
Or hey, I need, it's easier to kind of think that I can do it all on my own and I cannot. Like we can't do
Yeah.
it without our God. We can't do it without our friends. We can't do it, if our mental health is failing us all around. Like we can't do it without like supporting something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that goes into to the blackness part of the topic too. Like, I think just as black people, we've been told to be strong because we are
Yeah.
so strong, and we are strong
Yeah.
people. But that don't mean we should have to struggle just because we're
Yeah.
strong. Like, we
Exactly.
deserve an easy, soft life as well. Like, we deserve to
Exactly.
get help when we need it.
Yeah.
We deserve to feel like we would get the help if we ask. I think that's another thing too. We're scared that if we ask for help, we'll be told no
Yeah.
because it's happened so much in the past in history. So
Yeah.
we're just like, oh, it ain't gonna get done if I don't do it because
Yeah.
nobody's gonna help me. And it's like, somebody will. And if you
Somebody will.
ask, the worst they can say is
Right.
no. And the best you can do is move on to the next person. Like,
Exactly.
that person just wasn't meant to be a part of this journey with you to help you. That's all that means.
Exactly. Nobody knows what you need until you say it. And so many missed opportunities like that happen. It's so funny. I was talking about that with my coworker the other day because she will ask anybody literally anything. Like she will ask anybody. Same with you now. You ask anybody or Ariana ask anybody literally anything, and you will never know until it come out your mouth.
Yeah.
Me on the other hand, I'm
Like, girl, what
but
do
that's something
you
I'm working on
need?
is opening my mouth up. Open it up, okay?
You have
Work on that
to.
throat chakra is what I am working on, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw this lady, she said something about she either prayed or manifested, meditated, whatever, about speaking up for
Yeah.
herself. She saw a situation happening. She did not speak up. And because she didn't, after praying on that, she had a sore throat. I think she had like bronchitis or something.
Mm.
She was like, that was literally my body attacking me for not using the gift that I have, which is to speak
Yeah.
up. And I mean, that goes deep into spirituality if you
Yeah.
believe in that far or not. But I believe in that.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you asked for the ability to speak up. And when
Yeah.
you had a chance, you didn't do
Mm.
it. Bet. Now we
That
gotta make your throat sore. Now you ain't gonna be able to use it.
yeah, ain't gonna be able to say nothing, girl.
Mhm.
We
Look,
told you.
look, speaking of Ari, there she go. Hey
Hey
Ari.
Ari.
Y'all, Ari had a birthday.
Ah
Hold on, the food was good. I sent nothing back. Praise the Lord, because Ari is a send back queen. Yes,
yes,
that's what I'm
Ari. I'm
talking
I'm
about.
happy. That means we need to go wherever you went for the food because I know it's
Listen,
amazing.
y'all, when I go out
It
to eat with
couldn't be
Ari,
nothing.
I make sure they
Mm-hmm.
give my food first because they give her food first. She gonna send it back, and I'm like, I don't need them people messing with my food.
He said, I gotta put when y'all ask for appetizers, I gotta put my food in
Yeah,
because
let me
I
go ahead and
ain't
put my
eating.
food in because she gonna send something back. But yeah, in the middle of the night, randomly, I just went on Google. I typed in like a virtual therapist because I knew that I did not want to sit in an office. I don't want to sit face to face with somebody. I've never done that with therapy, even in the university. I did virtual therapy because I started during the COVID period. So that's just what I was used to, and I wanted to keep it that way. And it's convenient. So I searched that up. Then it took me to some website. I don't remember the name, but by the time we edit this and put it on YouTube, I will have the website linked on here.
Okay.
Um, but then I went into specifics. I said I wanted a black
Yeah.
woman as a therapist. One person came up.
Mm.
And I
And
was
that's
like, I
your
hope this
therapist?
one person is good. First
Yeah.
of all, that low key pissed me off because I'm
Yeah.
like, why is it only one black woman?
Right.
Like, but there were like 1,000 white women, white men, but it's one black woman. If I
That's
would have typed in a
crazy.
black man, there probably would have been
Yeah.
no results.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor
Yeah.
there. So it was only one black woman. So I said, that's the black woman I'm going with. And it turned out to be the perfect match. When I talked to her, I feel like I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's my homegirl. She going to tell me what it is. Like, it's just, it was perfect. So yeah, that's how I went about my journey.
Okay.
Hey, hey,
Yeah.
y'all. Hey.
I think I did that. I think I definitely did that at first. And then I just kept getting all these ads on TikTok like better help, better help, better help. So I was like, let me just go see what they're talking about because I'm trying to think. At the time I had whatever insurance I had, but it was like through the marketplace. So like if you all have like lower income jobs or things like that, like you can apply for insurance through the marketplace, whatever.
Mhm.
So that's primarily like how I am able to afford therapy. Like a lot of people think that therapy is just something that is untouchable. Like it just think it's so expensive. It's really not that expensive. I pay $15 for my sessions. I go through BetterHelp. They accept my insurance through the marketplace and they're able to get it like so low, like the cost of the session so low because it's through telehealth. So just like and I said, I mean, I really didn't want to meet face to face really anyways, but it just helped out that telehealth was like more affordable than going in person.
Exactly.
Um so yeah, that's basically how I have mine. And so and through BetterHelp, so the way that they do it is they'll ask you like a few questions about like what your like purposes for it, like you said, purposes. So like I really wanted to make sure that my therapist looked like me, that like she was close in age at least, like so she would understand my references, like somebody who got me, like somebody who looked
Hmm.
like me, somebody who understand me. Like I'm talking to them just like I'm talking to you, and they don't look at me like
Yeah.
they have no clue in the world what's going on, like what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, but whatever. But so my therapist, she came up, and I never forget this, because when I was reading through her like about me section, I was like, that is exactly what I was looking for. Like she was a therapist who was one who similar in age range, locks, black, you know, she lives in the area. She is like spiritually connected, things like that. So it's like we can even speak about those things in our session together. But just somebody who looked like me, and that was so
Yeah.
important. And through BetterHelp, like you can even click like more things, like whether you are LGBTQ Q, things like that. Like
That's good.
it yeah, like you can find people who are who understand you essentially.
Hmm.
So that's a great thing about it, is so because I feel like when you think of, or when a lot of black people think about a therapist, they're like, oh, it's some old stuffy white man in a chair.
Yeah.
In a
Dr.
chair.
Phil. I don't
I
want to talk to Dr. Phil.
don't want to talk to Dr. Phil and that mustache. I don't.
No,
I
no.
don't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, okay. I'm
Mm.
talking to my homegirl. You know?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
we're definitely gonna link all of those in our on YouTube as well as on Instagram here. Quandra said, I love BetterHelp.
Yeah.
That's how I found my therapist. That's great. Oh, and before I forget, y'all, so Flim.Rich, this is my friend from high school. Follow him. He has a podcast, y'all. He's professional. Okay, he got the professional
Oh,
cameras, he got the microphones, he's doing it up. So y'all go onto his page, follow him, tune in. Yeah, he has some good stuff on there.
you gotta have us
Definitely
on the
follow him.
show.
Right?
Slim Rich. You
Oh
never
yes,
know till you
y'all.
ask, girl. You never know till you
Never,
ask.
never know, see your ass. But yeah, he has
Hmm.
some good stuff. He's professional
Cool.
for real, for real.
I love it.
Hmm.
Much love
Yes.
to you.
Hmm. But yes, I want to ask for the 5 people we have on here. If you feel comfortable, how many of y'all are currently like using a therapist? Just put a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'm just curious because I know a lot of people, have that stigma about therapy. That's the reason I'm working so hard for this social work degree because I want to be a part of the percentage of people that help those that look like us.
Yes.
Yes, Shay. Yeah,
Yes, Shay.
for real.
Yes.
We need
Okay.
it. Like
We need
just
it.
in healthcare in general, we need more people that looks like
Yeah.
us. I'm grateful to have a PCP that is a black woman. She's been my primary care physician since middle school. And I love that lady down. Okay, she gonna tell me the real. Like
Yeah.
we need more people like us. Okay, one person said not currently, but getting a new one tomorrow. Period. I'm
Okay.
grateful for your journey is gonna be great. Okay.
Exactly.
Um, one said no, on a break from her right now. Okay. Oh, looking for a
Okay.
new one.
Looking for a new
You
one.
gotta pick
Okay.
the one that's gonna work for you. You have to,
Exactly.
because that's important.
Exactly. You can fire your therapist, y'all. It's okay.
Yeah.
If it's not working out, it's time to move on.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? Quandra already said she has a therapist.
Mm-hmm. So
But
I would say a good
that,
majority of the people that are watching, like, they understand, like,
mm-hmm.
the importance of mental health, and it's like it's us, it's these voices that need to like amplify. So it's like talking to your parents, talking to your girl. You know, they ain't really gonna listen, but if
Yeah.
you keep mentioning it, you know, in a positive way, maybe it
Mm.
will click for somebody in your family, in your circle, who may need to get help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I said, my mama, she go to her
Mm,
therapist, and I be
mm,
like, "Girl, you got your therapy? I got
yeah.
my therapy. I got my therapy session coming up,
Yeah.
girl."
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, nobody else said anything, but I mean, whether y'all have a therapist or not is cool. Therapy is not for everybody, even though I
Yeah.
think everybody should be in therapy.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody, if that makes sense. If you
Yeah.
get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Not yet,
But
at least.
just do whatever you can to keep your mental health in order,
Yeah.
y'all. It's very important. Let's see. I was spiraling, so I grabbed me one right quick. She wasn't perfect, but she helped a lot. Okay,
Okay.
that's good.
Um,
She did what she needed to do for the time that she was needed.
right. That's season. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we
All
okay, y'all. We
right.
2 minutes over.
Yeah,
We
we
2 minutes
are.
over,
We
y'all. I'm
are. We are.
sorry. But let's just quickly recap. So the recap is get help and pray.
And that's all.
And
Okay.
that's it, that's all.
Exactly what she said. Okay.
Get help and pray,
Okay.
y'all.
And love each other. Love yourself and love each other. Love on each other, y'all.
Yes, like
Okay.
the
We need
main
each
reason
other.
we missed last Sunday is because we were loving on each other.
Yeah.
Like we had a great time last Sunday. It was so good for my mental health. Like being around my girls
Yeah.
and then being at the spa. Like those are the
Yes.
two best things in the world.
Exactly. I'm just drinking tea, sweating. It's a great
Sweating,
time. It was
living
so.
it up.
We had to make that video, and I was like, I'm sorry, but not really.
Not really. Me and
Not really.
Zaria getting our feet rubbed on.
Yeah. Had a good old
We had
time.
a good time. But
Hmm.
yeah. Do what you need to do, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do to keep your
Yeah.
mental health in order.
Right.
So let's quickly talk about what's to come for season 2. So y'all, season 2 is going to start May 12th, which is Mother's Day. I know that sounds like it's a long ways away. It is. It's 5 weeks. But we still gonna be interacting with y'all on here up until May 12th. So
Yay.
every week we're gonna have some type of interactive post, poll. We might randomly go live as individuals,
Yeah.
just a day in our life if y'all care. Just something, to keep interacting with y'all. But we need this break because we really want to come back, better than ever for season 2. We want to have more
Absolutely.
structure,
Yeah.
but it's still gonna be very much us just having a girl talk.
Exactly.
So that's gonna be that. So Mother's Day, 9 p.m., May 12th. Um, let's see. I already talked about the weekly interactions. Oh, so it's gonna be 7 topics that we're gonna cover for season 2. We're not gonna announce it yet. Y'all just gotta
Not
stay
just
tuned and
yet.
see.
Not just yet. Not just yet.
Not just yet, but
Okay.
it's gonna be one broad topic, and each episode is going to break down into what the broad topic is. So it's gonna be great. I'm really excited for season 2.
I am
Yeah.
too, girl. Yeah. And to like everything.
Yeah.
Like, I think I like this little life now.
I like this little
I
life.
like this.
No, what is it? I think I like
I
this
think I like this.
like this little
Okay.
life. Yes. So I really thank y'all. We thank y'all
Yes.
for sticking it out through this trial and era period of season 1. The fact that y'all really be into
Right?
it, it's shocking, but not shocking because I know our conversations be
I,
it, but
it's,
still shocking because I just really didn't expect people to really care. So the fact that y'all
yeah.
care and y'all tune in and y'all be pissed off when we don't stick to schedule, I appreciate that. I
But we love
appreciate
y'all,
it.
man. Thank y'all so much for everything.
Yes.
Okay. And
So
more y'all to come. Okay. And more of us to come. And
yeah.
yeah.
And collaborations to come. So please feel free to
Yes.
DM us if you want us to collaborate on your podcast, if you want to come on to our Girl Talk.
Yes.
Even though it's Girl Talk, please, guys, know that you are more than welcome
Yeah.
over here because we
Yeah.
love to have the male perspective on a lot of things.
Absolutely.
So,
And
yeah.
also, if you're a small business, especially small Black owned business, please DM us because we love to do more features, like more weekly features of small businesses, whether that be in the Savannah area, whether that be in the Atlanta area, whether it be in general. Okay. We just want to show love and support where we can.
Yes, because we have some giveaways planned,
Yes.
so that'll definitely be a opportunity for small businesses to, get out there. So DM us, email
Yeah.
us, text us.
Y'all.
We got a number, y'all.
Y'all.
I'm gonna put it on the screen. We got a
Nard
number.
cracks me up, y'all. When I told her, I was like, let's do a podcast. I tell you, this girl had a phone number in less than 5 minutes. For I said, how? What? She get a phone number from?
Y'all, we got a phone number. Y'all
Okay.
can text us.
Call us, beep us, babe.
Call me, beat me. Have you want to
You
reach
gotta reach
me?
me, okay?
I'm gonna answer to him like, hello, what's good? Hello. Even if you're a man,
Thanks
hey
for calling the
girl,
hotline.
it's Tyler.
It's the
What you want to talk
hotline. How can I
about?
help? How can I assist you today?
I'm weak. I am weak. But yes, y'all, feel free to reach out. So, like I said, we got this 5 week break, but it ain't really gonna be no break because we still gonna be chopping it up with y'all. So stay tuned to see what
Yeah.
we have. And thank y'all.
Thank you. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Okay.
All right, girl. Have a good
uh,
night. Y'all have a good
yes.
night. Love you, girl.
Love you, girl.
Bye.
Bye.